What's up, Internet? We are here with Pokemon Shield. I've already done a special launch Pokemon video. You are obligated to watch that before you continue, by the way. I'll wait. I'm not going to wait. That is a 20-minute long top 10 video about my favorite Pokemon of all time. Seriously, go watch that, though. I'm quite proud of that, even though I had some issues recording footage. I didn't plan on getting this game day one, potentially not for several years down the line, but there was kind of a couple of factors that made me do it. First of all, my brother convinced me to. He got Pokemon Sword. Fun fact, I actually wanted Sword because I thought the wolf on the cover looked way cooler than this one. That's all I know about the differences thus far. And, I've got Shield now. He said he'd trade me pretty much everything I would ever want, provided I actually get to a point where there's trading, minus said thing that I want, thus rendering all this moot. But I also had one of those Nintendo redeemable voucher things, so I didn't actually pay any money directly for this. And it was this or Fire Emblem or like Astral Chain or Demon's Ex Machina, but I didn't jump on those when they came out. I probably should have. But we're here with Pokemon Shield, so we're going to go experience what this brand new generation of Pokemon is all about, aside from axing like half the Pokemon, as I understand they did that, which kind of sucks. I'm betting Silvally not in here, which makes me sad. I really like Silvally. Why did it take literally the entire game to get it? Okay, I have no idea how this is going to control. I'm not sure if this is going to be like Let's Go Eevee, where you can do it with like half a controller, so I guess we'll find out. We're in English. Select my photo from the lineup. I guess it'll be this guy. He looks kind of like the guy from Ruby, which, as established, is the best Pokemon game. Type in a name. I don't know what the audio is going to be like. I'm going to have to take a look once we actually get some music. Yes, that looks vaguely nothing like me, but we'll say that's me. Go team. Oh, look, it's the text from that weird Mew card that had nothing in English. Hooray. Alright, that sounds a little bit loud, so I'm gonna turn it down to negative 10 decibels. That should be okay. So let's see what this world of Pokemon is all about. This is a new way to intro a game. You know, I kind of miss having just some random professor yell at me for 2 minutes. Beautiful cities. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There were cities. One of them was haunted, I remember. Wow, that thing looks dumb. Oh, dear lord. Okay, so this is the thing about me. With, like, the exception of Silvally and Gallade, I think Pokemon designers have pretty much given up. And they've given up for about 10 years now. So, I'm really hoping we're going to find something really cool. I'm going to turn the audio down just a scooch more. Just because that looks a little bit better on the waveforms from what I can tell. Yeah! I can't do a crowd sound. I'm tired. Okay. His name is Rose. He's got a very stupid facial hair. And clearly a comb-over. Champion Leon. That's not a very champion-y name. I'm already disenfranchised with this. And we're only like 5 minutes in. Wow, what is with all this stupid facial hair? Although he does know his starters. I will give Champion Leon that much credit. I don't know what that thing is, but it's not a Charizard, so I'm betting it's going to get its ass kicked. Dynamax. They added a new thing that's probably going to get removed next generation. Like they do every generation. Oh, dear lord. Oh, it's a little sheepy. But we already had a little sheepy, and it was awesome because it turned into a dinosaur that shot lightning out of its eyes. Can we just have Mareep, please? And some new designs. Ah, it's Munchlax. I think that should be about good for audio. Hopefully. Hop. That's some name, possibly. Oh, I wish I had a new phone. Okay, I've been a Charizard trainer from the start. There is no such thing as a Charizard pose. If you think there is, you're a poser. Presents are always good. Yes, we do need a bag to stock up on as much free loot as we can. Good advice. Can I have that coffee? No. Whoa, okay. So, there's some, like, weird acceleration nonsense with this. I would like that leftovers, please. That's useful for any Pokemon. Give me leftovers, please. It's kind of weird that they still haven't resorted down to, like, the anime-style Pokemon actually saying their name, except for Pikachu for whatever reason. Like, it's weird that they make that exception, but they don't just, you know, go all in for it. They might as well at this point. I wonder how much character customization this game will feature. Okay, open by X, save with the X menu, something something, okay. Now, fun fact, that's my actual Switch right there. This game is so meta, it is playing on a Switch inside the game itself. Yeah, I actually heard about this. Depending on what kind of Switch you have, it will actually change the Switch in your game, which is kind of interesting, if pointless. Okay, we've got a map. I gotta admit, I like the colors from this shot. It's very, very high contrast. Whoa, okay, yeah. Seriously, moving in this game is a little weird. There's, like, weird momentum to it. It's just a little disorienting. Maybe I want to bring a Snorlax. Did you ever think of that, buddy? I don't know, why is there one right behind you? Clearly wants through that gate. I don't know, I've got bizarre momentum. I think I can beat you. But first, I want to let Sheepy Sheep out. Oh, I can't. There's a lot of these little sheep guys. Science is pretty awesome. I was thinking about that recently. We're basically in the future. Except without flying cars. Although, you know, without the Dark Ages, we'd be even further in the future. That set us back, like, probably 100 years. In terms of science, which kind of sucks. Anti-shoutouts to the Dark Ages. It's an RPG, I'm just gonna walk in. You have Gabera daisies on your table. I recognize those. Those are mutant flowers. Uh-oh. Someone doesn't know directions. I'm gonna defeat him. I feel I must kick your brother's ass. Like, this is something that will happen. If he genuinely believes there's a Charizard pose, a real Charizard master must show him the truth of how awesome Charizards are, and how you don't need poses. You've got a Wooloo. Oh, I don't have Pokemon. Crap. I'm going this way. But if I go into the tall grass, someone will kidnap me to a lab and then give me a free monster. That's how this all works. If you never played Pokemon before, what's your name? Hop. It's not a real name. That's a verb. A pretty wimpy one. that is such stupid facial hair. Oh, man. This guy. I can't wait to punch him in his smug face and his stupid facial hair. Charizard is blazingly strong. It was stronger than Mewtwo from what I remember, but that's because I power leveled in the Flash Cave that one time. I'm pretty sure that's not the Charizard sound effect, but okay. They don't even have the same colored hair. I think one of them's adopted. I'm just gonna say it. It's really creepy that you know exactly how much he's grown. That's kind of stalkerish. I am something of a Charizard fan, but that's because, you know, he's the best monster. Spoilers for my list that you're obligated to watch to be watching this. Wow, that's a lot of stamps and product placement on his back. He's a total sellout. I'm betting he's not even all that good. All the corporations just sort of rig his matches for him. I know how this works. It's all a conspiracy. And I have to bring him down. So this random guy just gives me a Pokemon. Okay. I mean, every other random guy has given me a Pokemon, so why not? I almost feel bad about making fun of his stupid pose. Total lack of any sort of understanding of how awesome Charizard is. The fact he's a total poser and that awful, awful facial hair, but I will not say no to free Pokemon. Although all of these look really underwhelming. Can I just have a Charmander, please? All of these guys look like total write-offs. I'm starting to be heavily reminded of Gen 4 and how everything there was a write-off too. Oh gosh, well, let's see what we've got here. So you have some kind of tiny tadpole, a vegetable, and a flamethrower tied with a rabbit. Well, as always, I guess we pick the fire type. I will take this one. Yes, we always give nicknames because that's what we do. And I know what I'm going to name you. Because literary references. Oh, we are so cool. Okay, so my rival picked the one weak to mine. That's weird for Pokemon. That said, Pokemon feels like it's been trying to make it a little bit easier as every generation has gone by. So maybe they're just trying to make your rival a complete pushover. It's so sad. It'll be alone and never have friends. Or it'll get eaten by the Charizard. It's totally gonna get eaten by the Charizard. Hey, kebabs. I'm actually not big on kebabs myself. But that's because I knew someone who, like, almost choked to death on a skewer before. Still, it's good because you can have a nice mix of pretty much anything on a kebab. the next day. Well, take your word that I've built up a friendship with my Scorbunny, because we never actually got to see any of that. Oh, you're not a rival to me, buddy. I'm going to completely decimate you. You also have to catch more than one. I feel like I should say no, but I feel like that will just put me in a situation where I have to fight him anyway, so... Oh god, they're going to teach me the basics of how to attack, aren't they? This is just depressing. Oh yeah, he's got 2 monsters. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Not much of one, mind you, but a bit of one. Face kick. Yeah, I played a Pokemon hack recently where the first fight would be like this weird fight where your opponent would never actually attack. Like, it was programmed to just use, like, status lowering abilities, so you couldn't actually lose it. It was the most bizarre thing. Okay, yeah, you've got a few more levels, but I've got type advantage, and also... oh, I have Ember. I should have used that. It's weird they're giving you your, like, elemental attack this early. I mean, I remember it'd be like level 14 to learn Ember in Pokemon Red, which really sucked fighting Brock. As you can go see on my channel when I actually did that. Yes, I know about type advantages. I've been doing this for 20 some odd years, buddy. I've got plenty of experience. Sad thing is, I could almost be old enough to be one of your parents. That's a really depressing thing to think about. Wow. This guy levels quick. The problem with that is that unless wild monsters are going to be significantly higher leveled at the start, that might make catching stuff early on really tough. I will fight your Charizard. Honestly, given how easy Pokemon's been recently, I'm not really afraid to fight him with this sort of level difference. I don't know. I think I know quite a lot about Pokemon, buddy. I know the Pokedex has been gutted significantly. Where is this research lab? Is it in the town we picked your brother up at? Are we going to have to go to that woods to find that sheep because it got itself into trouble? I could just see it happening. Called it. You know, sheep are basically goats. And I did see a goat over the course of a whole day eat an entire car once. My point is that goats, and by extension sheep, are really dumb creatures. I love sheep, though. They're at least cuddly. Goats are just kind of mean. Sheep at least tend to be soft and huggable and rather docile. Goats actually are kind of aggressive. Or they can be, anyway. Now, I'm curious if this is going to be like Let's Go style, where the monsters are going to actively be in the environment and you can see them coming, or if it's just going to be random battles. I don't like the randomness. That was one of the things I liked about Let's Go. Oh god. Okay, now I said this again in my top 10 video, which again you should see. But all these new monsters, I've seen their designs before. Like, the people making these designs are really out of ideas at this point, it feels like. Like that new Ponyta everyone's so enamored with, that's already like 3 existing designs all mashed together. Not to be overly cynical or critical, but, you know, it's my job to be that. It just feels like they need to hire some new design talent or something. Also, it seems like we've now fully embraced the randomness, which I'm depressed about. I like this bird. This bird's kind of cool. I might have to try and catch one of it. Maybe. It's a chickadee for rookies. I get it. Burn. Alright, so it doesn't look like we're actually getting about as much experience as we did before, which means that was probably just 2 basically pre-scripted level ups. Which I guess is fine. Also, why is it that the guy who has more monsters than me is hanging out behind me while I have to pave the way for him? This seems a little lopsided. I mean, it's a sign I'm going to be an infinitely better trainer than him, I guess, but it's just weird. Oh no, my defense, except if you don't attack, that doesn't matter much. I'm really hoping we get Pokeballs soon. Just trying to catch monsters once you hit like level 10 kind of sucks. Just having a huge level advantage is not ideal, certainly. Now he's gotten lost in the fog, and it's going to get all mysterious, and then something's going to jump out, and we won't be able to identify it or something. Because mystique and stuff. It's the guy from the box. It's unknown because fog and stuff. And we probably won't be able to hit it, but just like Gen 1. Also, it's missing half an ear. Well, we can't do jack to it because plot. No point in wasting my PP for actual effective abilities. I can see things just fine. It's not that obscuring, really. But I'm still not going to be able to do anything because scripted fight. Alright, now I can't see anything. Wah! I tripped and fell on my face. As is what happens when you stand perfectly upright in fog. Sometimes you just randomly fall on your face. Also, my monster was out, but he's not now, so I guess he's been kidnapped. I need that other monster you fed to your Charizard, please. Even if it's Charizard poop, I'll take it. Wooloo. Slumbering Weald. Actually, that's probably Veiled, because it sounds vaguely German, so you pronounce it like a V, I believe. And then you pronounce your V's like F's, and that's what I remember from German. I see a Butterfree, but I don't see monsters just wandering around that I can pick fights with, and that seems like a mistake. But I want to disappear without a word. I'm going on my adventure. That's the whole point. Fine. We will go talk to Mummy. And we'll get roller skates or whatever equivalent to running shoes we're getting in this game. Maybe we'll finally get the skateboard Gen 2 promised us. Wedgehurst? Alright, let's get out of here. Maybe we can finally buy some Pokeballs and catch something new. Did those monsters just pop out of nowhere? It looks like they kinda did. That's not good. Hey! They actually spawned stuff on the map this time. Hooray! And we got a potion. I want to get Pokeballs before I fight anything, though. I don't want to get to a point where it's not good for me to actually like try and catch stuff. Because I'm over leveled. That monster looks so weird. Alright. See, the problem is, if I fight stuff, I'm gonna get experience. That means I'm gonna take stuff out pretty quick, and that means weakening stuff to actually capture becomes infinitely harder. And then before you know it, I've hit like level 100 before halfway through the game because I only have one monster. Because I can't catch anything because I'm over leveled. I mean, I guess I could just randomly throw Pokeballs and stuff, but... let's not run there. Let's go to the Pokemon Center. Charizard, I want to give you a big hug. Awesome. Okay. That looks like a train station, I think. I'm gonna barge into this house. Route 2. Can I steal something from the fridge? Not even free water. Unfortunate. I guess people just don't want you rooting through their stuff. It's almost like they're not aware they're RPG characters and I'm the Hero Man guy. Well, it's easy to get around when you've got a Charizard. You can ride on its back and fly around. Pokemon Eevee taught me that. This game better not have HMs in it. The last one didn't. And it didn't need them. It hasn't needed them since ever. I would like super strong Pokemon that have never been seen before. Yes, please. Yamper. That's not a real name. Nice trench coat, except it looks way too big for you. Rotom phone, because we need to make that Pokemon even more important to the plot, kind of. Yes, I know a lot about Pokemon. I've been doing this since before you were ever considered even a creation in this game's world. Thank you. I don't need to be explained what a Pokemon is. Leaving now. Can I get Pokeballs now, please? Give me Pokeballs. I don't need potions. That was not useful to me at all. I would have preferred you not bother me. If you're not going to give me Pokeballs, I don't care. Full stop. Alright, let's go inside, because we've never been inside one of these before. We've lived very sheltered lives, evidently. Even though we've only lived, like, not even 2 minutes away from this place. No. Oh, I'm glad I can just tell this guy off. That's a nice feature, actually. No, I don't want potions. There are things I do need. Potions are not them. No. Oh, can I just do that anywhere now? Like, does every Pokemon Center have, like, a nickname guy and stuff? That's actually kind of cool if that's true. Here, bye. Give me all your Pokeballs. Oh, dear lord. Why does no one stock Pokeballs? Oh, I'm not allowed to have fun. I'll take berries. Oh. No, I have to pay for them? No thanks. Hey, fashion. Yes, please. I got to wear my really nice jacket today, so I'm all about the fashion. Can I get a really nice black peacoat? Because those are pretty stylish. I should know, I'm quite fond of my peacoat, actually. Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. That's a graphic tee. That's actually kind of cool, too. Whoops. No, I don't want to buy. Hoodie, 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 hoodie. Skinny pants. Now, see, this is one of the things I don't like about, at least Sun and Moon. There was character customization, but it really did end up just basically being different colored of the exact same stuff. There wasn't really all that much that was all that different. Oh good, all loafers. I don't want to wear a duffel bag, thank you. Wow. That might be the ugliest looking toque I have ever seen. And I've seen some really ugly toques in my day. Eyeglasses. Anything hip and stylish? Why do I have 30,000 from the start? Actually, if I've got that money, screw it. I'm gonna wear this. Simple gloves. No fingerless gloves, though. I'll take simple gloves black. The style points. Alright, I guess that'll do for us. Got the one noteworthy shirt. Pokédoll. Useful for skipping fights with unidentifiable ghosts. And skipping large portions of the original generation. Actually, I just want to catch monsters right now. I don't have a team, I only have one monster. I'm not allowed to have Pokeballs yet. Ugh. All these houses are gonna look identical on the inside, I'm betting. That's a fancy looking mansion. Onward! Please just give me Pokeballs. And I'm here to teach you how. I already know how, thank you. I remember how in the first game you could skip that by just not talking to the guy who wanted coffee. It was great. But, nope, now we definitely have to see it. I mean, on the bright side, it's not like WALL-E where they automatically throw the rarest monsters in front of you and then make you very sad because it's hard to find. But it's not much better. That monster just disappeared. That looked a little weird. I would like Pokeball. 20? That's excessive. But okay. Sure, why not? Okay. Let's see what we can do about catching some Pokemons. I'm gonna jump behind you, and for some reason you're a Lotad, even though that's not remotely what I thought. Okay. I'm just getting like a new move every level. That seems strange to me. Also, I'm not sure what I expected Astonish to animate like, but that was not it. I don't know if I'm only going to grab new monsters or what, but I want at least interesting monsters. A wild Rookie D. Unnerve. That seems like not a useful ability. I want to catch one of these guys, I think, but we ran into another one that didn't seem to have that effect, which makes me think that there's probably a better ability that these have, because Unnerve seems vaguely useless, if not entirely useless. Power Trip? That looked like a bird-themed Fury Swipe. Let's see what the other one's got. I'm genuinely curious what the different abilities these guys have. Alright, well, this one did not give us that same thing, so it seems to have a different ability. And it, as far as I'm concerned, can't be half as weird as that other one, so I'm just going to catch this one. Oh. There's a shorthand for it too, which is kind of cool. Although I could see accidentally pressing that as well. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we caught one. Okay, Rookie D. I think you are my new partner, who's not Hazel. We gotta get you a nickname. tiny bird Pokemon, like another Pokemon I'm quite fond of. Yes, I would absolutely like to. And I know the perfect name, too. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Because video game reference. Also literary reference. Also life reference. Alright, let's, I'll restore. Because I've got so many potions. And we'll swap a Ketchy out. Just so we can get him some levels. What's this bizarre looking thing? It looks sad. Nick it. Is it some kind of thief monster? It's not the first time we've seen a fox monster out there, certainly. Ooh, that's not good. We want effective moves. So that's dark. Ow. I got plenty of potions, so I can use them if I need to. That Tail Whip could prove to be problematic, though. Still... I don't think I can take another one of those, so I might have to heal up. Info. I can just... Okay. That seems weird that I can just look that up, but I guess that's useful. Okay. Fights. Heck, I might want to get one of these, I don't know. I'm really interested in the new designed monsters, so I'm willing to take a shot with it. It looks interesting, certainly, but I kind of want the experience, too. I don't know. Alright, that's one level. Looks like all our monsters get some experience. That seems a little peculiar to me. Like, everything's just got an experience all on it now. But not to anyone's detriment, which... I don't know how to feel about that. I guess that's designed to make leveling a little less grindy. Streamline the whole process. Alright, Akechi, let's go. So, it's strong against dark attacks. I'm assuming, I'm kind of reading the colors of attacks and assuming that's dark. I'm just trying to remember what dark is good against, and I'm not coming up with anything other than psychic. I'm inclined to think that's either a ghost type or a normal type then. Alright, way to go, Akechi. We are catching you up immediately. I'm gonna heal you up again. I guess I am making use of these potions, even though I didn't want them. It wouldn't hurt to get them sort of vaguely tied in terms of levels. Nick It makes me almost think that, like, that's some kind of, like, thief sort of naming system. Like, that's gonna be like a hand, sort of like, Skitty, and it's good at, like, thief abilities or something. Steal berries. Alright, screw it, we'll catch this one. But I do like Fox design monsters. I've always liked Vulpix. I've liked, oh, what was her name? I can't remember that. Like the fire starter that was a psychic, that was a fox. I like that one. I've always liked fox monsters. I think they're really cool designs. Cone claws. Cool. So what do we got with this one? I want to learn about Nickit. Fox Pokemon. Well, Kit clearly comes from Kitsune, but Nick, I would assume, would mean to steal. Cunning and cautious, this Pokemon survives by stealing. Ha! Erases its tracks, wiping its tail. Well, its tail does look like a hand. Yes. And I'll use my good old nickname for Fox characters. And we shall name her Vixie. Alright. Let's see about getting some more experience as we go. Now, I'm curious, because I haven't really been paying attention, but I'd like to see sort of Hone Claws boosts attack, I believe. I'm kind of curious to see what the experience spread is. Because I imagine it's still the same where every Pokemon has different rates at which they require experience. But I'm wondering if, like, the monster that participates gets more experience than the ones on the sidelines, or if it's split 100% equally. No, it's not. But it seems to be sort of relevant to their levels. Interesting. So this game is sort of actively trying to level everything up equally. That's a little strange. Again, I think that's to streamline it, of course, but strange all the same, I think. We're gonna use Power Trip, because that seems like a move I should use more of, if it's effective. But it doesn't seem to be super effective. It doesn't seem to be effective at all. Why does it say effective? It's not effective. It's just an attack that I could use. Ouch. Okay, we're gonna swap out. Ah, crap. I'd like to get that experience. I'm guessing it gets stabbed from bites, so some part of it must be dark type. I might backtrack to the Pokemon Center just to heal up. Wow. He's actually doing some decent damage. That is concerning. Alright, well, we're getting some levels out of this. Sweet. Yeah, I do think that the whole... Oh, look, it's this thing. Gamper. That is such a dumb-looking monster. Oh, dear lord. I feel like I don't want to catch this thing. Uh-oh. It's not very effective. That could be a problem. Try Power Trip, see what that does. Like, I feel like this monster's dumb and I don't want it, but part of me almost thinks, you know, maybe that means it's going to turn to something awesome and I should get it. Let's swap something that is... Oh god, everything's dying. Crap. Alright, well, Hazel has the levels. Let's trust that that's going to help him survive. And if it doesn't, well, more experience for everyone else, I guess. Bonk. I do appreciate that it only does that little warning sound 3 times and then stops. That saves it from being obnoxious. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna go back and heal. What the heck is that thing? Some sort of bizarre Kappa creature. I feel like I need this. If only to see what its whole deal is. So. Maybe it's a rare monster that only shows up like 1% of the time. Shootle. It's a turtle of some kind. Alright, let's go have a power trip. That is really not a very good move. Okay, so this thing is basically Diet Squirtle. Got it. Except he's grumpy looking. Okay, I can work with that. Yeah, that's right, I've got a shortcut to actually throw Pokeballs. Alright, we got a Chewtle. It's a snapping Pokemon. It's a snapper, huh? Because film reference, and also literary reference, and also James Bond reference. And also it was that, or call him Grumpy Squirtle. And I don't think there was enough room for that. I'm not sure how many of these I'm actually going to use, but since they all sort of get equal amounts of experience as we go, I might as well just catch everything. The only thing that is going to make that a problem is, of course, funds. How many Pokeballs I have, how many potions I have to heal to stay out in the field longer, that sort of thing. Now, of course, we are disintegrating our monsters and getting them replaced with clones, as you do at any Pokemon Center, as we all know. What is this thing? It terrifies me. Ah, it's some kind of weird Rotom thing. Sure. Alright, since the one that participates in battle seems to get the most experience, we're going to put our lowest level monster at the forefront and see what we can do with that. I mean, ideally we'll sort of keep everything vaguely around the same level. Oh, and I'm all hiccupy. They're all running away. They're scared. Because we're that awesome. Oh, there's plenty of Choodles. They're not rare at all. Got my hopes up for nothing. That kid has the dumbest sweater. You know, the least you can do, kid, is walk up to my face and then tell me that. Alright, let's see what Squirtle can do. Use water gun, because I think you get stabbed from it. Oh dear lord. This is going to end badly for us. I'll swap out. Let's see what you can do. Oh, not much, it seems. Just beat up. That beat up was a fighting attack. Wow, that was ineffective. Oh, swapping out again. Alright. We have levels on you. This should not be a problem. At least it shouldn't be half as much as it probably will be. Everything really takes a hit pretty well. this early on. It's kind of bizarre. Not sure if it's just that the monsters we've got have like particularly low attack stats or something, but everything around here just seems kind of spongy. Alright, well, we got some levels. I think that Jake with your stupid sweater. Have a squirrel pooping. Alright, well, our team's already decimated. That's not great. We don't have any more of those. Huh. You know, I talked down about all those potions, but we used every single one of them. Oh well, let's pick fights with stuff. Oh no, I'm too nervous to eat berries. Oh wait, I don't have them. That's fine then. Uh-oh. That could prove to be a problem. That is not ideal. Alright, screw it. We're gonna swap to our team leader. Just because he'll at least get results. Just use Ember and get stab off him. Burn, you silly little bird. Oh no, he's burnt. Oh wait, that's what we wanted. Hooray! He's burnt. Alright. Got a level 6 on our hands. Nice. Oh, we're fighting you now. Squove it. That's not a word. I'm just gonna try tackle. Seems like water gun isn't doing too much for us. That was a critical hit. Oh dear lord. None of these monsters are terribly impressive in terms of attack. Oop. Oh, okay, we're swapping again. Once again, into our higher levels. Try and balance up that experience a little bit more. Could be worse. I remember back in the day, you could get a level 5 Magikarp and you couldn't do anything with it until you let it sit in front of your entire team for about 2 hours. I know because I did that. It was the worst. Alright. Well, let's try this. I should at least get stab off attack. Yeah, like that. That worked out pretty well. And down you go. We got level 7. And we got bites. Maybe that's what he's specializing in. Actually, I am genuinely curious what our abilities are right now. Let's see, check summary. Let's see. Shell armor. Protects from crit hits. That's actually pretty useful. Run away. That's not terribly great. Keen eye. That's actually pretty useful. Alright. Not a bad little set of abilities, I guess. I found 2 Pokemon potions. Let's use them immediately. Not the paralyze heal. That would be useless. Alright, restore. Yes, please. Alright, well, at least we have made a little bit of progress. I'm gonna keep moving. I see another thing I can take, so I will. I do appreciate that you can at least see the monsters on the field. Although the earlier scripted fights did almost make it seem like that was not the case, and that I did not care much for. 2 damage. Well, I do get stabbed with water gun, so I might as well use that, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna hit you with water gun. That didn't do half as much as bite did, so we're gonna rely on bite just because it does so much more damage. Oh, the enemy seems so spongy right now. It's kind of unbelievable. Kind of wonder if they're designed to be defensive or something. Oh. As well use a tackle, not waste something that would be far more effective. Defense isn't gonna matter when I knock you down. Like that. Alright, we got a level 11. What the heck? Something disappeared. Must have been a Lotad. 2 more Pokeballs. Those seem rather abundant. Well, we have run out of things that look interesting to catch. I have one of those things. I'm using it, in fact. I have levels on you. But you have health on me, which could prove to be a problem. Although, if all you do is tackle, it won't be. That's right, I can make you flinch. Good move. I'm just gonna headbutt you about 6 times in a row. You'll never get an attack off and you'll just keep flinching. Because headbutt. It's a totally fair move. Not at all overpowered. Alright, we got a level 8. Nice. Bone Claws. Because buffing. We need those. Alright, well, we got some money. That could be useful for buying stuff. Fight me now, please. Please try and beat me. I would think it to be quite adorable. I don't even know what I'm looking at when I look at that thing. I'm seeing a bunch of circles and a bow tie. That looks vaguely insectoid-ish. I'm gonna try water and see what that does. Okay. Well done. We'll go with our little fox and see what she can do. I mean, we could swap to our bird, but he's got levels on everything else. Ouch. Uh-oh. Special attack. That's not good. I'll just have to beat you up. Yeah, that was kind of effective. Kind of really effective. Well done, beat up. Oh, we almost got ourselves another level 8. Exciting. Oh, I have levels on you, but you have health on me, which could be problematic. Guess we'll see what the sort of defense difference between one level can actually be. Although it seems rather extreme. That or the attack difference between one level is just a little insane. Like I said, I was playing a different Pokemon hack recently as well, and it was one of the most obnoxious things ever because every trainer had like 3 full restores on them. And it just made every stupid fight drag out. I do appreciate brief fights when we can have them. What was this? Ah, a blip bug. The thing has a bow tie. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Oop. I feel like I almost want to see what this bow tie bug will evolve into, but part of me really doesn't. I've got tons of Pokeballs. Let's use a quick attack. If it survives, I'll try and catch it. I guess I'm trying to catch it. I do not have a name for this thing. It's just a thing. I will use this guy. Actually, I think I know what I want to name him. Let's try and catch this little worm thing. Alright. So what is this whole thing? Larva. Found in gardens. Has hairs to assess its surroundings. Yes, I would like to give it a nickname. Actually might fit. And I can even put a space in. Lady Wiggly. I would like to heal. If you have that power, Professor. Dynamics. Sounds vaguely dynamic. But spelled with an X to be extreme. Alright, let's follow the weird professor lady. That is a spider plant on her table. I know because I'm growing them myself. I would like to know this Dynamaxing. T-types would be useful if I drank tea, but I don't. No more than you do, buddy. Alright. Free healing. That is exactly what I want. Alright, let's go fight what's his name, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that lineup. Let's go. Alright, I will battle you. If I'll shut you up. Let's go. You're the guy who probably caught one monster in this time. I have almost a full team. Even though most of it is just because I might as well take advantage of the free experience share. Alright, Hop, let's go. You have 3 monsters. I have almost a full team. Let's see what you got, Hop. Level 6. I'm so scared. I'm just gonna bite you and you'll probably flinch. And then I can do it again and again and again. Nice crit. Now I wonder if that was predetermined. Like, that, whether that was a reaction to me getting a crit or whether I was supposed to get a crit and that's just to show how awesome crits are. Alright, well, Lady Wiggly leveled up. Yeah, I don't really want to use my fire type against his Grookey. I know I get the type advantage, but I really want to go to leveling my other monsters too, so... I will use Beat Up because that is proven effective. Oh, not effective enough, evidently. Oh, I did hit him 5 times. Let's just use Quick Attack. Seems equally as effective. I would think by now he would at least have access to some other attacks. Attack fell. Should at least give me 1 free turn to attack him. Well, I'll probably have to swap out right about now. Alright, well, since he doesn't seem to be using any sort of grass type, we'll swap to our water type. And then Bite should do rather effectively against this guy, I think. Well, you've got speed on me, but I am a turtle. I guess that's to be expected. Oh, I wish I had Quick Attack right about now. But again, turtle. Down he goes. Alright, well, everything's leveling rather nicely. Rookidee, okay. I use mine. It'd be a bad idea to use my bug type. I guess I'll stick with Jaws. How would you know? Have you ever been in another match? Oh no, I can't eat berries, but that's not a problem because I don't have any. I've got speed on you. I might be able to make you flinch. Like that. And then crit you. Done. Yay! That was simple enough. You should not worry about throwing your Pokeballs perfectly so much as actually catching stuff. Both? What are you talking about? One of us was a complete failure. I'm not saying I did great, but I didn't exactly have any issues. I don't know why you'd give him endorsement, but alright, thank you. It's the letter J. Q. Perhaps L? Oh. Okay, maybe it's actually just a note. Maybe G minor. How you throw your Pokeball, it has nothing to do with strength. I don't think that's going to be an issue for me, but good luck, buddy. It's that weird meteor Pokemon. Wishing stars? Okay. Okay, so we can Dynamax now, whatever that means. I somehow doubt it, Hop. Also, if you say it out loud and people hear it, then your wish doesn't come true. That's how that works. Okay. Trendy curries. I don't get curry. That's just not something that appeals to me. Also, anything teriyaki flavored like that just nope. I cannot stand stuff like that. Our adventure already started. Started when we got these reject starter Pokemon. Oh, what did we get? Stylish. Matches my shirt. So basically it's Mega Evolutions again? Okay, fine. It seems once again where you're going with gimmicks. But, okay. A number of conditions. You said that yesterday, but sure, your legend is beginning again a second time. Go team. Is there going to be something hidden behind here? Yes, there is, because Adventuring Instincts. It's a GS ball. Or Payback. One of those things. Also, whatever that means. Y button? YCOM offers many ways to connect with other players. Welcome to Swap Pokemon, take part in battles and more. When stamps arrive, you're out on your adventure. It means other trainers are around looking for someone to connect with. Okay. What did that say? Yeah, that's what happened. Go team. So, I've seen other I want to say it was Black and White had a feature like this, where like every route there'd be like a note for stuff you did recently. So I guess it's like that, but combined with like the Global Trade Center or something. I mean, I already have significantly more than you, but yeah, okay. Let's see who can catch the more Pokemon. That gets attention. But you're stuck in the grass. Oh god, no, he's not. Run away! I'm over here now. And I'm gonna take this. Seems a little early to get a Great Ball, but alright. Are we gonna run into Abra sometime soon? Hey, freebies! Nice. Didn't mean to run into you, but I guess we're fighting. I'll try and ignore the fact that you're an electric type and just bite you a whole bunch. His butt has a heart on it. That's a little strange. Okay, Yamper, calm down. Bite. Now leave me alone. No new levels for Lady Wiggly. I saw something sparkly over here. There we go, got a repel. Okay, so you automatically go into a crouch position. Interesting. Don't really have any interest in catching a Lotad. So I guess we will fight our way out. I've never liked Lotad or its evolution line terribly. Although I don't think the alternative of C-Dot is much better. I think statistically, like, Lotad has got better typing, but that's about it. I think they're both kind of underwhelming. Well, what can you do? Alright, onwards. What was that? That monster had some sort of like weird glowy effect on it. I don't think it was shiny by any means, but it was like it had an aura. Like it was powered up or something. Interesting. I have to keep an eye out for stuff like that, I guess. Looks like monsters aren't necessarily confined to the grass. I guess that's realistic if nothing else. Oop. What do we got here? A revive. Seems really early to get revives, but okay. You're waving to me. Hello. Well, you know, if I had roller skates or a skateboard like some hip kids or whatever, you know, maybe I'd beat you somewhere. Back in my day, you were lucky if you got running shoes. Disintegrate and then clone my monsters, please. Alright, so we're going on the train to do train-related activities. Swift? That's a good move. That is one thing I like. TMs are now reusable. Go team. And Swift is actually a really good move. Actually, do we have that can learn Swift? Ingredients, treasure. Treasure? I like treasure. We got some monsters that can learn Swift. Let's do it. I don't need Tail Whip, so I will teach you Swift. Although it's useful to keep Quick Attack on there, even at higher levels. Quick Attack can be pretty useful. Let's see. I don't need Growl, so I'll use Swift. I could have gotten rid of Tackle, I suppose. That would have been more sensible. Either way. And I don't really need Leer, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, user stores power and then attacks. The user moves after target attack power is doubled. So that would be a useful move if you were a slower monster, like our turtle friend. But for our bird, that might not be as useful. That's called strategy. I don't have a train pass. Camping gear. Because our characters got really, really into Eurocamp that one time. Because I got really into Eurocamp rather recently myself. It's a good anime. We'll be fine. Stop worrying. I'm gonna go ride a train and get car sick, or train sick, or whatever, because motion sickness is a thing. That'd be great. This is a very lively train. Yeah, I recognize those monsters. Interesting, so it's gonna be sort of open-worldy? That's interesting. At least that's what it seems to look like. Or at least it has wider open areas. Why is there a sheep trying to get on the train? Ah, that explains it. Alright, I guess we're wandering around now. Because wilderness exploration. I don't know what those glowy spots are. But, alright. We found ourselves in a big open area. It's like Safari Zone up in here, except no time limit. And catching Pokemon isn't stupid. So that's where we need to go. But we have a big open area that's allegedly filled with Pokemon. That sounds rough. I don't think you've got that much talent. You can't even dress yourself properly. That outfit is huge on you. I'm gonna stick my head into monster dens. That sounds sensible. Still don't know that much about Dynamax, but okay. Pokemon Box Link. Allows you to access Pokemon storage. Okay, so you can just access your Pokemon box wherever. That's kind of cool. That's a neat little feature. I guess we gotta start sticking our head inside monster dens. Alright, wow. Hey, it's that ice cream monster that's kind of cute, but also very dumb. At least it's not the garbage bag monster. I still think that's like the worst monster ever. Thanks. Use the control stick to actually be able to see what you're doing. Yes. Hey, there's a Tyrogue. That's actually kind of cool. fight those ice cream cones. Let's just see what this area is all about. Okay, Pillars of Red Lights. Pokemon Den. Dynamax look in these dens. You'll be able to battle them by investigating. You can start the battle on your own or get up to 3 players to help you out. Oh, good. Multiplayer. To be a Dynamax Pokemon, you get a chance to Chatchits. Additionally, there are some rare items you can only obtain. Okay, so get into these fights a lot. Got it. Wild Pokemon Dynamax, they'll be incredibly powerful and may unleash multiple moves in a row. Interesting. Okay. Don't invite others. Okay, some trainers will... Yeah, but I don't want them to. Can you not just scale the fight for one person? No. Also, that is an adorable Eevee outfit. And that's a dumb monster. Okay, fight. Well, we gotta do that. Max Darkness, I guess? Sure, let's see what all this is all about. Okay. Sure. We're just gonna make him huge now, because reasons. Okay, so this game is going full-on gimmick mode, it seems. But I'm now fighting with a giant Godzilla beast. Also, that's not how you spell Freya. There's a J in it. I don't even understand what's going on right now. Stuff is just happening. Wow, that did nothing. That was not very useful. Alright. Well, use water then. Ouch. I'm going to spit at you a whole bunch. Didn't do all that much either. It started to rain. That means water attack should do more. Like that. Yeah, it's not gonna matter if I get taken out, though. Okay, so Pikachu still has voice clips, of course. Oh no, we're shrinking. Guess we'll do water gun. Notice you're not shrinking. Doesn't seem fair. Aw, I like that fish too. Turns into a big angry fish later. I had one of those monsters for a while. Oh good, it's healing. This is like some kind of weird raid boss. Interesting. I'm not sure I care for this concept much. It seems like a giant waste of time. Which is like the whole thing about, you know, everyone sharing experience. You know, it was about streamlining things and making things faster. This seems kind of antithetical to that whole point. I shall cheer you all on. Go team! Eevee's gonna do a thing that's useless. Come on, you can do better than that. Oh, and you missed with Aqua Tail. Awesome. We're gonna heal up again. Oh, this water gun. Just hit him with all the water attacks. Alas, poor Eevee. Whoop. And I guess that was that weird fight. That was something. That much I'm certain. What specifically, I'm not entirely sure. Guess we got a few more to go though. There's like 6 or so in this area. Still, we've got enough watts to buy the things, so let's experience Candy S. Okay, so it's not quite a rare candy, but still. Okay, well, let's give another shot to one of these. Oh, I don't want to fight more guys, I just want to do this. Don't invite others. Looks like we're fighting a Caterpie. Because big super Caterpie. Just brought my bird. Okay. So I can swap out. That's what we need to... Oh, we can't. Also Salazzle. That's a hard to get monster from what I remember. Okay, Dynamax, Geyser. That's gotta be useful against bugs. Bugs can't swim usually, unless they're water striders. Or like, dragonfly larvas. Some other water beetle type things. Your average forest worms cannot swim. We're gonna try and take advantage of that. No, speed fell. Not poisoned though. That was not as effective as I'd hoped that to be. That was more effective than my super attack. Well, let's try this move out. Maybe it's more effective. I mean, we should have no problems against this bug. We've got a water type, a fire type, some kind of stone type, plus another water type. This really shouldn't be too bad. Max Darkness. Oh, that's also not effective. Although, the fact that it's raining means we should be able to combine it with our water attack to do more. It doesn't look like he's got much more of a chance to fight back. I think we probably just had a bad team last time. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Let's try and catch a big Caterpie. Because that's what I've always wanted in life. It's a Caterpie. If I don't catch it, it's not that important to me. It's not super suspenseful. Oh, and then it shrinks back. Oh. Oh, plus we get a bunch of extra crap. Awesome. Plus a Caterpie. Guess we will call him... I don't even know if it's a boy. Or not. I was gonna name him Sir Wiggly, but I guess we don't have that option now. Whoops. So, is this Caterpie special in any way, or is it just a Caterpie? No, it's just a Caterpie. Looks like. Dynamax level 2. What does that mean exactly? Well, the Caterpie's level 20? What? Okay. I'll just take a level 20 Caterpie because why not, I guess. That seems a little strange, just be able to get that high level this early on. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, what monster is that? Part of me wants to say that that's probably, I don't know, Staryu, but it says it's dark and flying. What do we have that would be good against flying? Not much. Might as well stick with Jaws, I guess. So what are we fighting? Wow, that is a monster I have no interest in. Well, might as well kick this off by just superpowering it. Let's see what we can do with this. Alright, big angry grumpy turtle, let's go. I don't recognize that monster. I recognize Togepi, and that's a monster that just makes me angry, but I feel like we could have gotten a better pull of teammates. Still, we got a rock type, that should at least do something. That was a crit. Oh, that's depressing. Still, that wasn't too bad. I guess we keep spamming water attacks in this situation. That's probably our best bet. Just keep throwing geysers at this guy. See what we can do with that. I'm not sure I care much for these battles. They just seem like huge wastes of time. I mean, yeah, I guess you can get a level 20 monster out of the gate, but I don't know, that doesn't seem like really it's worth it to me. I would be more interested in just, you know, fighting more standard monsters. This just feels kind of like a waste of time more than anything. Which unfortunately kind of just leads me back to a thing that the entire series has kind of been dealing with for quite a long time, which is it's just been really, really gimmicky for a very long time now. And of course, this is a series that does not stick with its gimmicks long enough to actually refine them to anything worthwhile. I don't know, I think this is interesting, but good? Not really. It seems antithetical to all the other changes this one's, at least at present, what I can find this game has made. Shrinking now. I wonder if I can make it flinch by using Bite. It's a bird wearing a jock strap. It's not that interesting an enemy. Oh, silly Togepi. We are confused, which could be a problem. How much you can pluck. Oh, hey, I'm not confused anymore. I'll keep that attack buff, though. I'll be able to get this guy. This fight seemed to be on a time limit, though. It's not raining anymore, that's not good. This water gun was sort of our best bet to take this guy out. Still, if it wants to keep buffing our attacks, I mean, I guess that works too. Don't hurt yourself. Oh, stop healing, Togepi. Do something effective. There seems to be a universal ability to nullify stat changes. Interesting. Oh no! Defense, it's falling. My attack seems to have reverted. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah. Thunder Punch. And that will be your HP. I guess we'll throw a Pokeball now. Because why not? I wonder what the odds are of actually catching this thing versus missing it. Like, it would almost seem to be kind of... Given how long these fights tend to go for, it would seem almost kind of like a waste of time if it wasn't guaranteed. Given how many different rules these fights seem to have. Alright, we got more experience candies. Tri-attack? Seriously? Did I just get a Tri-attack TM? Because that's kind of awesome. Diapered Pokemon. I mean, it looks kind of like it's wearing an upside-down skull as a loincloth, which is kind of neat, I guess, but no, I don't also... I will send it to the box. Thank you. It's nice I can add it to my party automatically, but no thank you. Do I seriously have I do have Tri-attack. That's pretty awesome, actually. That's a great move. Although it's ×1, which makes me almost feel like I can probably only use it once. Like, these are temporary TMs. Yeah, TRs. So these are like temporary TMs or something, so we can actually... So, they went out of their way to give us TMs, and then they finally realized that making them one-use items was stupid, and now they've brought them back, but now we can stockpile them, I guess. That's weird. Also, Leech Life has a lot more damage behind it than I remember it having. remember Leech Life only doing like 30 damage, if that. But, you know, I think I've gotten a decent idea of what this game has been. It's more Pokemon, but now streamlined slightly more to make it faster. But then with a lot of gimmicks that really, 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 really slow it down. I'm not sure I like those giant battles. I think they're kind of a waste of time, honestly. In terms of time put in versus reward for potentially missing it or getting it. I don't know. But this has been the new Pokemon. Hopefully, I'll be back to doing Pokemon Ruby tomorrow. I think I've actually got my RF back up and running, so we can do that. Also, go watch my Pokemon Top 10 list, which I put up for the release of this game, where I talk about the best Pokemon of all time on my YouTube channel. And if you enjoyed the stream, follow the channel to know when we go live, because we stream every single night. Plus other random stuff like this when I happen to have the time. Also, again, check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which should be available as a link at the bottom of the stream page, because I figured out how to do panels recently to middling success. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon, support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is continuing to prove I am the very best, like no one ever was, or at the very least, the most stylish Pokemon trainer of all time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.